Hey guys, so this is a project I've been working on. I'm going to show you how you can create a key for a lock if you don't have a key for it, or how to copy a key. It's basically, spoiler alert, based on this Lishi manual key cutter, which is, you can get it, these are cheap, you can get them on like Amazon I think even now. But to use this key cutter effectively, you have to know where you're cutting on the key. And that's where you get into like, you need a guide. And so this is that project. So I'm making guides for some different kinds of keys to use with this. And yes, you can buy some of these online. I did this project specifically because there's not a lot for the American lock. Focus. There's one project online, but I thought maybe I could try my hand at also making some guides from scratch. So that's what we're doing. So let me show you how I designed this. So to start out, I created kind of this key profile that I got iterations of this so that the dimensions would print correctly for the AM7 key or AM5 key actually. This key here comes in lengths with 6 pins and 5 pins, and so I'm designing for 6 pins just in case, even though the keys I'm cutting right now are 5 pin. So anyway, and then I made this profile here. So a couple things mistakes that I made along the way. I actually designed this to the factory specs of the key itself. And then I realized that because it's a guide for this Lishi cutter, the cutter itself isn't exactly to spec for the particular key that you want to cut, right? So this is a fix. Some keys have a smaller flat surface here, and they have different angles. So this is actually closer to this guide, so that this guide will fit in the notches, but you'll see. So then I just kind of duplicated this, and then I spaced it. Actually, you can kind of see, yeah. So I spaced this correctly from the starting position of the shoulder of the key based on the specs online, which you can easily find, and then also the spacing and root depths for all the different numbers of the bitting. And then I just kind of extruded this down through the profile that I have here. I found that I had to add a tab here for something to hold on to because this is too short to cut and hold against the key at the same time in the cutter. And then on the other side here, I made some reliefs, embossings or whatever, for the keyway, and then also like the bitting sizes here. This will make sense if you already know this stuff, but if not, I'm going to explain now how you use this all. Okay, so and yeah, real time demo time. So what could go wrong? Okay, so we're going to use this American lock here. Let me get set up. Didn't focus. Oh, this camera. If anyone wants to buy me a camera that can do focus well, that'd be great. Okay, so fortunately there's a lovely tool called the Lishi tool that not only picks locks but can decode them. I'm actually not a huge fan of picking with the Lishi tool because I don't think it gives as much feedback as traditional picks, but yeah, this is what we're going to do for this demonstration. So let me... Oh my god, why does this... See how slow that focuses? Hate this camera. Let me do... Put it on manual so it doesn't change. Okay. Okay, so we got it picked. So now, while it's picked, because this while it's picked, because this is the easiest way to tell where the pins bottom out, I'm going to go back through and see where this pointer lands for each of the pins. So can you see that? And I know from testing this on a lock with a key that I have that I need to add 1.5 to wherever it's not entirely calibrated. So this ends up right about like between 4 and 5. No, between 3 and 4. So I go up to 4 and then 1. I get 5. So 5 is pin 1. Pin 2 is 3. Pin 3 is 6. Pin 4 is 2. And pin 5 is 2. So now we can make a key for this with our key cutter. One thing that helps is the guide here. This is from the PDF specifications for the American key that I'm cutting here. It also helps to have some digital calipers, kind of check your work as you go, and a file to clean it up. So with the guides, I'm going to take, so with the guides, I'm going to start with number 5, and then slide it right up to the shoulder. There's a little bit of notch that kind of registers at the shoulder, and it's important that it's like right up against that because that sets the spacing for the first pin. Okay, I found that this first pin is always the most annoying to get lined up and everything. So 5, 3, so I'm just putting it in that second notch there. Making sure the key is perpendicular. Okay, 6. Two and 2. Now this key is going to come out pretty rough, and we're going to want to clean it up with the file, because if you don't, you could end up with a key that gets stuck in your lock, and then you have to try and pull it out and it breaks off. And that didn't just happen 5 minutes ago. So I'm gonna deburr just with a little file here, both sides. And then I'm gonna hit all the peaks here, just kind of smooth them out a little bit. because the peaks don't matter at all. It's the troughs here where the notches where the pins sit in. And I'm not super convinced that the last two got cut correctly. Oh no, they did. Well, yeah, let me just... Let's try one more time getting this in here. Yeah, a little bit. There's not much of a shelf, so you can kind of see. There's not much of a shelf there for pin 4. This is this is an AM7 key. This can be cut with 6 pins. That's why it's so long, but it'll work in a 5-pin 1100 series lock. So I could file this notch down between these two because it's the same bitting. And that might help a little bit. Let's just see where we're at though. Okay, let's just see where we're at with the lock and see if it does anything. Okay. Oh, it goes in and out, that's good. Oh! There we go. Actually worked first time. Didn't have to do too much cleanup on it. So sweet. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's a little fiddly, but there you have it. So I'm going to publish the 3D files for this on my GitHub. It's Dennis CRM. I'm going to put a link down in the description below. I have some Schlage ones too. And I've tested these out and they work really well. I made a key for my house. I'm not going to demo that because then you'll have the bidding code for my house. And it worked fine, like first time. It worked really good. Schlage keys, I think quickset keys are probably less finicky to cut than American, even though there's more levels. So there's like 10 levels you can see. Here's a Schlage key decoder. You can see it has actually 10 levels. American only has 8. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yes, it only has 8 levels. There you have it. So what else? So I guess one other thing. As you go to print these are scaled to the precise size, meaning they're not adjusted for shrinkage for your 3D printer. I'm printing in ASA, and I've found that for anything I print in ASA, I usually scale up by 0.6%. I don't know if you can see that there, but I would recommend scaling in your appropriate dimensions for whatever shrinkage that you have for whatever you're printing with. I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.